Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Couch Talking Sports.
Then people would think you were copying Stefan from SNL.
This is your captain speaking. Go Ba. Yes! Home run, JD Martinez! Yes! Let's go! Yeah, baby! Let's go!
Maybe you should just speak like that the whole time if that's going to get the Red Sox some scores there.
Literally, I start doing that, they get a home run.
I mean,
let's go! Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle, actually coming at you from a couch this time. Kyle, how are you?
I'm doing great. Just doing hand motions.
Yeah, it's funny because really the last two episodes that we've done have been on location. Because we did the bowling episode from a car. And obviously the bowling alley, and then we did the mini golf episode from a parking lot and the mini golf course. So, this is our first time in weeks actually on a couch talking sports.
Actually, maybe even a whole. I don't think we were literally on a couch literally the whole month of July.
No, we were. Well, no, because even our Cape episode, we filmed it so it was technically June. So yeah, I think you're right. I don't think we've been on a couch. I don't think we were on a couch in the month of July.
Well, I guess everyone has their vacation. Excuse me.
It wasn't really a vacation because we were we're still doing episodes, just not just on location episodes.
You could call it Off the Couch July.
Sure, let's go with that.
Let's run with that.
Yeah, sure, let's run with it. But anyway, we are back on the couch and very excited to be back. And for tonight's episode, speaking of being on location, perfect segue, recap a game that Kyle and I had the pleasure of attending a couple weeks back, and that was the magic, the rivalry, the intensity, the madness that is the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Yes, that's right. Before the Red Sox went down to a deep hole of suckdom that has now put them basically out of playoff reach, they hosted the Yankees for a 4-game series at Fenway a few weeks back, and Kyle and I had the occasion to go to the first game of that series, and the Red Sox won. The final was 19-3. They just absolutely dominated, killed them, buried them, brought them back to life, and killed them again. But yeah, Kyle, I just wanted to get let's jump right into it. Sort of your overall impressions of our night at Fenway from a few weeks ago.
It was a night to remember. It was one hell of a game. It was, they were just firing on all cylinders in that game. Especially offense wise and defense, they were pretty solid too. The guys in the field, they were pretty quick to catch all the. They rarely let the Yankees score any runs in that game. I think they let three runs.
Three, not one, not two, but three.
Yeah. Whereas, on the offensive side, literally, I feel like every inning that they were up at bat, they just hit. They scored a point somehow. There was always a point scored, every inning.
A run, but okay.
A run, same thing.
Yeah, not really, but okay. But yeah, it was. Just speaking of runs, home runs were crazy. Literally. So Kyle got there a little bit after the game started, bottom of the first inning, and literally Kyle walks in, and the first pitch after he sits down, Xander Bogaerts hits a 3-run homer. What a way to start off your time at the game.
That was great.
That was just sort of a sign of things to come, because Red Sox were just nailing the ball out of the park.
It was great. I'm literally just going hey, I'm going to get a tasty burger, which they have 2 locations over there. And all of a sudden, I come back, and they're just wham, wham, wham. I'm just okay, here we go. Get it started.
No, it was before you even went and got Tasty Burger. It was only right when you got to the park.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right.
You literally got to the park.
That's a good point.
Sat down and we were saying how we were exchanging pleasantries, and literally, boom, there goes a home run.
That was crazy.
And the most interesting thing about that game was that in the 8th inning, the Yankees actually brought on one of their position players to pitch, Austin Romine, who's a backup catcher, who actually had another pitching appearance against the Red Sox in last year's playoff series and fared about as well in that one as he did the other night. He actually, as he gave up, I think, 2 home runs. He gave up back-to-back home runs, which was crazy. But, yeah, I mean, you know it's bad when you're an MLB team and you're having to bring in a position player to pitch because you're down 19-3.
That's insane. Like, I remember after that happened, one of the audience members was they were I forget which player it was. It was one of the really, I think it may have been Durant, when Durant was up at bat. And one of the Kevin, was it Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant's a basketball player, Kyle.
Oh my god. Well, is there a Durant? Oh my god, no. I'm really blanking.
Devers.
It was one of the really good ones. I horrible names.
Yeah, because there were Sandy Leone, Xander Bogaerts, Mookie Betts, Devers.
Probably Bogarts. Oh, it was probably the Devers or Bogarts. And one of the
not Kevin Durant.
Not Kevin Durant. Completely not the right sport, Kyle. Unless Kevin Durant decides.
Unless the Golden State Warriors, Brooklyn Nets. Excuse me, Kevin Durant decided for one night to come play baseball for the Red Sox.
I mean, he could pull Michael Jordan. You never know, but
newsflash, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. Maybe an alternate universe. Who knows? But it was one of the good players was up at bat, and one of the audience members in classic Boston fashion goes, "Take it easy on him. He's only a backup catcher." That was great.
Yeah, the crowd was definitely into it, and there were a few Yankee fans there, but obviously they didn't have a whole lot to cheer about. Well, Red Sox fans certainly did, but what I thought was interesting, Kyle, and I know you and I remarked about this, is that a couple of fans behind us who were Red Sox fans actually got thrown out of the park.
Oh, they did.
I
remember that.
Which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see what happened.
Yeah, me neither.
Probably something they said, and
I mean, I'm sure it was something that we couldn't hear, but yeah.
Yeah, because you know, I feel like you always get that, like basically any baseball game, you know, if people drink too much and they say stuff that they shouldn't say, that's not right, and then they just, so, oh, man.
Yeah, so it was, like I said, it was a great victory, and we were both very excited after the win, and, oh, come on, Red Sox. Sorry, Brock Holt just got out.
Lame. At least they're tied, though.
They tied the game. We literally sat down and started watching. They were down 2-0 to Kansas City. And now they're winning.
We're the ultimate multitaskers.
Yeah, no, we literally. If you ever see us like looking like we're looking out into this, we're just watching TV while we're filming.
I know.
That's what we do. We are such professionals and take this so seriously that we're just watching TV.
We're recapping a past game and a present game that we're doing. So we're just that good.
Yeah, we're awesome.
As one of our fans pointed out.
Yeah, but my question to you is, Kyle. I think we kind of do this every time we go to a sporting event. Give us your food recap for that game.
Oh my God, where do I even start? Oh God.
By the way, I had pizza. I had the Regina pizza, which was great as always. So
yeah, one of the better chains, I'd say, in like the Boston area. Yeah,
I'm so glad that Fenway does them instead of Papagino's now, because it's so good.
Oh yeah.
Not that Papagino's wasn't good. Papagino's fans don't send me hate letters. I'm not criticizing Papagino's, but just Regina's is really good. I think most Papagino's are out of business now.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. Continue.
Speaks to the fandom, I guess. So, so like I said earlier in the episode, or did I say this? Yeah, no, I did. About Tasty Burger, because they have Tasty Burger there now, and they just had it, I think, for like a few years only. So it's kind of a new addition.
It is a new thing, yeah.
Yeah, and what's also really new this year though, which I was so excited about. So they brought back the good old burgers. So you pretty much they don't have all like the crazy flavors like they do at the actual joint there, but they do have you know, you can get cheeseburger or regular burger, and they put the salad and tomatoes in the works and everything. But what they added this time was they have the tater tots now, and that just made me so excited.
That's right. I remember you were very excited about those tater tots.
So excited! You have no idea. I had my honey mustard ready. It was great. Amazing. I mean, you guys are probably like, what? Who dips their tots in honey mustard?
Losers. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Kyle's not a loser.
Am I a loser? Or am I a winner? Yeah.
Her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead.
There you go.
Smash Mouth reference.
Good 90s reference.
Yeah, seriously. Boy, I feel old.
Oh man, but yes, no. So great tasty burger, great tots, and I also want to give a nice special shout out to, you know where I'm going with this one, Dell's Lemonade.
Yeah.
And now with another new addition. So
so funny story. So we both got Dell's Lemonade from the vendor that comes through the stands or whatnot, I think. Or did you go? No, I'm sorry. You went and got Dell's. Never mind. I searched for it. You searched long and hard and found the Dell's stand.
Yeah, because the thing is,
the Dell's guy never came to our section. Well, he did, but he didn't come like.
I didn't have enough cash though.
Yeah,
I want to make sure.
That's true. But what I was gonna say is that literally within 5 seconds of receiving my Dell's, I managed to drop the straw, so I had to I had to manually drink it / eat it.
That's actually the way to do it, though. To be honest, no, honestly, you actually drink it the Rhode Island way, because that's how that's because that place has been around since like the beginning of time in Rhode Island. It's a huge Rhode Island staple. Like if you go to Rhode Island, I think even like near like I'm trying to think like.
Well, I know that like I've gone a few times to Newport, the beaches in Newport, and literally they have like trucks like up and down like the beach there, like Dell's trucks.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
Yeah, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. You can't go like 5 steps out of there being a Dell's.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing. It's just like the best lemonade anything I've ever had. It's not your average frozen lemonade. Like I know frozen lemonade become a thing. They have the Italian ice lemonade and all that stuff, but this is unlike any other. Like you guys have to try this. It's honestly, if you're in Boston, this is probably the closest location that has it in Boston, I think.
Yeah, you don't see it like around at other places other than like Fenway.
Yeah, no, it's very rare. The closest I could think, well, technically, I think they have one at Providence Place Mall,
which is in Rhode Island.
Then again, it's Rhode Island, so, but it's close enough to the border. That's the closest one I could think of. That's like at least close enough to Massachusetts. But the lemonade is unreal. They use real lemons, and you can tell because in the slushie, you actually get bits of like lemon peel, lemon seeds. They actually like put like real lemons in this thing, and it tastes so good. It's just like it's literally so like good. Unlike any frozen slushy related thing that you ever have. And they also have watermelon. They have a watermelon flavor that is just bonkers. It's out of this world. It's so good.
But
highly recommend it.
No, it was good food as always, good times, and our seats were really good as well. Mm-hmm. Down the third base side, far enough up where we could pretty much see everything. It was really good. Very good experience as always, and always loved going to Fenway, and always good to see them win.
Yeah, so good.
anything else you want to mention from the night of baseball?
I mean, great food, great game. I think that's. Pretty much sums up.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. So no food. Well, we kind of just did a food recap from the game, but no pre-show dinner recap because I think we already did the place that we went to, like the Newtown Grill. Which again, if you haven't been there before, you should definitely go. Porter Square.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. Really, like you should definitely try it. Got a lot of good stuff. Pizza, sandwiches, like. Just to name a few things. But yeah, so Kyle, anything else you want to touch on tonight, or any movie, sports, video games, movies, anything like that?
Actually, yeah, I did want to follow up a little bit. This won't take too long, so I'm not going to do an official video game review, but it does have to do with a video game that I really like. So there's a game that I was playing. So one of the last episodes, I talked about the different sports in Legend of Zelda series, and I think I specifically talked about Ocarina of Time, which was the first 3D game that was on the N64. And how they had all these really great sports. They had like fishing, they had horseback riding, like equestrian, like that style. And one of the things, so I have a Wii U now, and I got the newest Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I'm sure a lot of you guys have played that or at least heard of it. Great game. And one of the things I wanted to touch upon for just this quick segment was they really upped the so in that game. They brought back the horse, the horseback and everything. The thing is, though, in the Nintendo 64 game, you basically had like one set horse throughout the whole game. In this game, they kind of like upped the, I guess, the realistic factor in a way. They kind of like really made it more in depth, where when you're adventuring, so basically the whole point of Breath of the Wild is you're Link again, you're the adventurer, main character. You have to save the world from evil, as always, But the one difference that this game has is they basically just throw you in this giant gaming world, and they're like, all right, here you go, here's this open world, go explore to your heart's content. You can spend like billions of hours not even doing the main quest, and you can go off and do your own thing.
That's like years.
Yeah, they took a lot of time. Yeah, exactly, right? Like they took a lot of time, I think, making that whole aspect.
Billions of hours would be in like years time.
Yeah, right.
That'd be a long time.
Oh yeah, there's just so much you can do. There's so many side quests, and one of the things that they really was they really upped kind of the equestrian, the horseback riding part of it. So what I thought was really cool was, instead of getting a set horse like in the other games, this time the game relies on you to basically catch your own horse. So you have to go in the wild. There's horses roaming around the whole field, and eventually what you do is you have to kind of sneak up on one. And I know it's kind of like you're like, what? Are you stealing horses? But basically you end up actually kind of like taming horse. You end up actually learning how to tame a horse. So what you do is you hop on its back, and you can actually start riding it. And then what you do is you have to find a way to kind of tame it, or else if you don't tame it, it's actually going to throw you off, which is kind of funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gives you a meaning to take your horse to the Old Town Road.
Oh, yeah. All the Old Town Roads in that game. You kidding me? So, and it's cool. Like, they have a whole system. Once you get a horse, once you tame it, and you actually have to earn its trust. So they have like a little button when you're playing to to soothe the horse. Like you can make the horse go faster. You can make it stop and everything. And you can even do cool things, like you can jump off the horse and hit enemies with a sword and stuff like that. And once you soothe the horse, once the horse becomes like your acquaintance, you can actually take it to stables. There's different stables around the whole area, and you can register it. You can take it out whenever you want and everything. So it's kind of cool. It's like got a kind of a cool like equestrian horseback kind of style going on. So yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's cool. So sorry, what was the name of the game again?
Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's so good.
Oh, cool. So that's a game for everybody to check out.
Oh yeah.
So
highly recommend it. If you have a Wii U or a Switch, get it.
So, Kyle, thank you as always for that review. So, that is going to wrap up this edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, he's Kyle. I'm Robbie. Thank you as always for joining us. And we will see you next time from the couch. See you, everybody.
See ya. Wear the mask.
I don't know.
I'm Gotham's Reckoning.